Denver Open world champ right here.
That's right.
Goddamn right.
You want to see my gold medal?
Yeah, dude. Look at that. There it is. What's going on, guys? Black Belt Johnny here at True Martial Arts in Colorado Springs. I got Master TJ with me today, so we're going to be going over a couple things from guard attacks. Okay, we're going to look at our basic cross collar choke. We're going to look at a modified Brabo grip cross collar choke, and as well as a kind of a modified game choke. So we're in closed guard. Our first one is our basic cross collar choke. So what I'm going to do here is I'm on my 4 fingers. I'm trying to dig deep into the lapel. My goal ultimately is to try and touch the tag on the back of his lapel here. Okay, I want to bring my elbow nice and tight, and what that does, it straightens my wrist out and it puts this nice bone right across that carotid. From here, I'm going to use my legs and I want to pull them to my opposite armpit. That way I can start controlling his shoulder. From here, I'm driving my elbow into his back as I kind of tickle his armpit. Okay, if you really want to tickle it there you go, perfect, right? Now from here, I'm using my elbow that's above his neck. I'm gonna start driving it through his jawline. And what that does is it turns his head away and opens up that carotid for my pinky side bone of my forearm to drive right into his carotid, grab material on top of the shoulder, and I'm breaking him down with my legs, my arms, and I'm gonna pull my hands apart from each other, tightening the lapel on the back of his neck. Okay, so what we're doing here is my arms nice and straight, arms nice and straight. Instead of me trying to flare my elbows out, I'm actually pulling the lapel, driving my wrist into his carotids. That's how we're gonna finish that cross collar choke, whether they're pushing our elbows in, okay, where we can't flare it out, I can still finish it from here with just the wrist. Okay, so one more time. Fingers nice and tight, nice and deep in that carotid. I'm gonna use my arm and my legs to drive into my opposite armpit here. Here. Nice and tight with the elbow, and I'm gonna tickle his armpit. Next, what we're gonna do is drive the elbow through his jawline, opening up that neck, grabbing material on the top, bringing it nice and tight, and I'm gonna bring my wrist into the neck. All right, so our next one is gonna be using this lapel. Most times when we're in gi, all of this, by the time we get to this position, all of this is all nice and messy. And if you guys have been watching any of this stuff, you know I like to use lapels. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now here is I wanna get a Brabo grip. So I can break him down, have his lapel here, drive it under his armpit, and I'm gonna grab it on the back of his neck here. This one, my knuckles are down towards his neck, and I have a nice solid grip on him. If he tries to posture up, very hard for him to posture up with this grip. I have control of his shoulder, have control of his neck. Now, what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna take my free hand, go across his face, and I'm gonna grab the lapel with my palm up. Okay, same thing as our last one. As I pull him to my opposite armpit, here, tickle that armpit, control his posture. Now, I can grab the lapel that's across his back, and I can finish my cross collar from here. Again, we're doing the same thing. I'm revving my knuckles apart from each other. That way the blades of my forearm can drive right into his carotids. Okay, so one more time. Right here, we have control of his lapel. Baby, it's inside. We punch it through. If it's already back here, half the work is done. Okay, I'm gonna break him down, break his posture, hand controls his neck, and I'm gonna get that lapel for the Brabo grip. Next, I let him up, hand transfers to the side, transfer off that lapel, drive in with my legs to my opposite armpit. Here, we're driving the elbow in, grabbing material that we just put over his back, and I'm going to pull the material apart for that choke. All right, our last one is kind of a modified loop choke. So what I'm gonna have here, we've been putting 4 fingers in this whole time. Okay, this time we're gonna get a little bit different, and we're going thumb in, 4 fingers over. Again, we're using this lapel, make it nice and loose. I'm holding just the tip. It sounded really bad. Okay, I'm holding the tip of the lapel.
Pause.
And cut. Okay, but I'm holding it where my thumb is tracing the lapel going up to the neck. Okay, from here, I'm gonna draw him down. I'm gonna bring my arm over, sinking my forearm nice and tight into the neck, and I'm just gonna pull the lapel down. Okay, there's different ways to set this up. A lot of times doing all of this is hard. So what I can do to set this up is, one, if you don't mind getting your teeth kind of messed up where you feel comfortable with it, put it in your mouth. As I break them down, my mouth is right there, and I can start pulling the lapel from there, getting that choke. If not, slap it over your arm. Pull them down, slap it over your arm. Search for that lapel, get nice and tight, and get the choke.